Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, fans.
You know what I'm not a fan of?
I know what I'm not a fan of.
What are you not a fan of?
New York Comic Con's shittiness that is buying tickets from their dumbass website.
I don't like squirrels.
Okay.
I don't like lemons.
It's true. He does not like lemons. It's so...
No.
Is that what you were going to say, though? Or not lemons, but
Yeah, no.
what
I mean,
said.
I was leaning towards lemons, but I changed my mind to...
I like
New York
lemons.
Comic-Con.
I don't like lemon-flavored things, except
Okay.
lemonade.
We
or
talked
summer
about
shady.
this
I don't
Shit,
like
I do
lemon
with
flavored
Tony
things either.
and your lemon. Remember we talked about with the
Yeah.
we were talking about the cheesecake,
Yeah.
and you were like, I was like, if there was a lemon on
It's
your
like
cheesecake,
it's
you
like-
would take it
yeah.
off, and
You gotta take it off.
yeah.
You have to
And
take... You
I
have
can't
to.
imagine
But if
why
it
And
was
then
lemon
possibly-
cheesecake,
on a cheese.
It was in the cheesecake.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. I might eat the crust.
What if it was the most delicious fucking cheesecake?
It's not gonna be because it's lemon.
Okay,
if it was
we're going
strawberry
to come up with a
cheesecake, then it
scenario
would
right
be.
now
Go.
that has to do with a lemon that you can't resist.
you don't like lemon heads?
No, that sounds gross. They
You're
are gross.
fucking weird.
They're awesome.
Those are awesome.
No, warheads. Warheads.
Ooh,
if I was
what
presented
about-
with the choice,
Have you ever taken a chocolate cake shooter?
Yeah.
Did you take
you
it properly?
need that.
Did
I
you-
don't know.
Well then,
Was there lemon involved?
yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, okay, then you didn't
Then
do
you
it.
didn't do it.
Okay, thank you for
I didn't use the
confirming that.
lemon,
Well then you
but I'm
didn't do
taking
a
the
good
shot.
Okay, then you just taking a really shitty shot then.
Yeah, I've had worse.
If you didn't take the lemon,
Oh,
that's not
bananas.
chocolate
I've had
cake.
much worse.
one. Okay.
Well, let's
Well-
go. Okay, speaking of worse.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say? You don't like squirrels?
I was just. You said you were disappointed in something. I don't like squirrels. They're obnoxious.
I think they're pretty
There's
cool.
no story to that.
Squirrel.
No, I
friends
didn't.
are
I didn't.
cool.
I just didn't. I was trying to remember. I like.
I said I
squirrels.
don't like squirrels. They eat the bird seed out of this bird feeder. I refill it every day. It's pain in
That's
the
not
ass.
for them.
I
Garrett,
mean,
that's not for
those
them.
are the jerk squirrels.
I know how to fix it.
Oh,
I'm just
so
lazy.
You can't
Yeah.
discriminate against other squirrels that don't do that, though. I mean,
Well, what about the ones that
Yeah,
just run
sometimes
across
you
the
have
street
squirrel
and stop?
friends.
Well, those ones are.
I bet there's some good squirrels.
My
out there.
my tires
There
don't
are.
care about them, but you can fix it by like you go online and they tell you just take like Vaseline and like coat the pole of the bird feeder and they'll just like slide down it and they can't get to it. But I'm just lazy and haven't done it.
Okay, I kind of want to do
I
that
would
just for the
love-
sake
right?
of
I
watching him
just haven't
try.
done it.
I would love to see that
I
now.
would
I
watch
can
that
fix,
for
I can fix this
hours.
problem. I just haven't.
Let's
I would
take.
watch
I'll
it
take
for
a day off
hours.
and just
Watch
lube up
squirrels.
a pole.
A pole
Of a bird's
and
nest.
or a tree or something. Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
Get a cooler of beer and just sit there
Yeah,
and wait.
and just get drunk watching,
Pizza,
waiting
beer,
for the squirrel.
and Vaseline covered squirrels.
Yes.
This is our Saturday.
These are the things
I'm
I get
for it.
excited about in life now.
Right.
Memorial
Squirrels
Day
and how
weekend
to
is coming
thwart
up.
their stuff.
Well, I can say that would be a lot more entertaining and worth it than sitting in the queue trying to get New York Comic Con tickets. Because once again, they have royally fucked all of society in the world that have tried to get tickets. And
Like the entire East
How many
Coast
tickets
got
did you guys
screwed.
wind up getting?
even though we did get tickets,
Yeah.
I
bunch
didn't.
of 'em.
Well,
I didn't
we
get
didn't
in.
get shit.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get in
You
until
didn't get
2
anything.
hours
I didn't
later.
get anything. I didn't even try.
I
this
didn't
year.
try.
I didn't get in until 2 hours later, and it doesn't matter because Ricky and Ange did get in, but they didn't get in until like an hour and a half after the website crashed
Yeah,
like
Ricky
5
told me it
times
was like
each.
over hour 45 minutes. He was or Ange.
Yeah,
They
was
need to
waiting.
handle that shit.
They need to get.
it
their
was
shit
worse than
together.
last year. And I remember we talked about this in
yeah,
the one
last year
episode,
sucked.
and it was literally worse.
How
it
many
was,
people are they expecting this year?
It maxes at like 150,000. I don't think you could. I don't think they go more than that.
Jesus, so that
Yeah,
it's getting
Oh,
rather large.
yeah.
I'm sure
Oh
there's
yeah,
plenty of people that go for free and
yeah. But I mean,
all
it
the-
just
everything
It
else.
has
Well, they
gotten
probably calculate that in it anyway. I mean, the convention center it's enormous. It's
it
massive.
really is.
So they have the room for however many vendors and all that shit.
But I don't think
Plus
they
the
want it
fan base. But I mean,
Yeah.
completely packed. So
I'm waiting
it's-
for them to rebuild our convention center.
You think they're going to rebuild it?
They are,
talking about
definitely.
that.
That
They were
was
supposed to.
Yep. They're starting 2016 or 2017.
As in making it bigger, or just like
Why are they
like
waiting?
like building it bigger, or like
I
cutting
think
the
they're
insides out to
making
make
it-
it?
I think they're building it bigger. Like they're,
Hmm.
I don't know. They're trying to do a lot of shit because I think they're trying to move the arena and
Jeez.
or expand the arena or
Just
something.
pick it up with the helicopters.
I think they wanted to have like a
cool.
whole like area with the arena included in the convention center.
I mean, that would be
Oh.
cool to like.
Because that's
have,
like this is the
tunnel
last year that
connected to it or
Otakon
something.
is going to be there. Then
Right.
next 3 years, I think it's going to be in DC until they.
I thought it was gonna be in
rebuild
Vegas. Oh no, they're gonna.
They
they're
have
just
the biggest
experimenting
one.
with that one. in
I
Vegas,
kind of
right?
want to go to Otakon this year.
it. It's fucking great,
John
dude.
wasn't John looking at? Oh no, that was Bernie County he was looking at today.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't want to go to that.
BronyCon for a 3-day pass was more than the Comic-Con, New York
That's
Comic-Con 3-day
insane.
Wow.
They must give out a rainbow tail butt plug.
I bet the queue was not as bad.
It just, I guarantee whoever's listening to this, if you did the same thing, you know exactly
We
what I'm
understand
talking
your
about.
frustration.
Of course, then there were
so
those
much.
people in the comments on their Facebook that were like, "Oh, I got one! Yay! Can't wait!"
Fuck you.
I just don't
From
get
Sweden. We found people from
Yeah.
Sweden that were like, got mine.
it. Just you would. It just what's frustrating is you would have thought from last year they would have changed, but it just got worse. It wasn't. It was horrible. I know. Yes, again, we got tickets, and I'm happy, and I'm really happy about it. But it just, I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I feel
couldn't
bad for
believe it.
so many people because
Exactly. I'm reading the comments.
All the comments that you read,
Especially the people that
everyone's
got
pissed.
the people that got in, they picked all their tickets, they went to pay, they entered their information, and then it crapped out, and then they literally did not get tickets.
Yeah.
If that was, I'd be even more mad if I actually.
I would be.
In my mind, I told you, I thought it was
furious.
just. I was like, well, we're just gonna go to Baltimore this year. No New York.
Fuck it.
I really thought that. I was just like, there's no chance in hell I'm getting a ticket. I'm excited though, but
I mean,
fucking A. And hopefully, we'll have the whole crew there this time. Baloney over there and Mockingbird.
I can go for. I have a wedding. My oldest friend in the entire world. I've known her since I was 6 years old. Is getting married, and I can't miss it.
No, I'm not saying miss that, but you should go Friday.
Okay,
is that
Okay.
is that Saturday?
that's Saturday.
Saturday.
I
So
mean,
I'll
Friday's
have to,
still a
like-
great day
But
to
it's
go.
Saturday, like late. I'd have to like get up and haul ass home on Saturday.
Ooh.
Unless, if you don't want to leave Friday night, but
Well, I could leave Friday night. That's a
Yeah,
long
you
day.
could. I mean, what time?
it's honestly only 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got out there really quick last year. I only went for a day.
I just drove to New York City last weekend. It took 3.5 hours.
Depends on the traffic.
Well, yeah, and
What
you went
time?
like deep in. You went deep in.
Just take the ferry over.
There's another sexual innuendo.
I went
Take the
deep in.
ferry.
Yeah, man, that's what I did when I went. We parked at like, what is that, Staten Island or whatever, and then took the ferry.
Just go to Jersey.
But it's
a
all
free
about the
ferry.
experience of driving up.
Ferry there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
well, there's other things about
one
New York
gripe.
Comic Con experience-wise. It's not just the con that's fun.
no.
It's
there's
also
more.
that bombing ass hotel room that we stay at every year.
Me and Ricky discussed this actually, and we were like, well, we have a friend that has a sister that Josh's girlfriend Liz, her sister works for like hotels or like Hilton or whatever, and we talked about, hey, maybe we'll get a Hilton for cheap, a room for cheap.
Or maybe not.
But then I was like,
'Cause it's
but then
Hilton.
again, it's not the same because we're not staying at the Meadowlands Valley View, whatever bullshit it is now.
Is
Hotel.
this actually an amazing hotel, or is it just
No.
a hellhole?
Well, no,
It's-
actually, the upstairs bar was.
Here's the thing. It's the
upstairs
hotel
bar is the
part
only
of
good
it
part.
is very, very typical. Very Motel 6.
Used to be a Days Inn,
Yeah.
and then they
Okay.
changed
It's
the name.
very Motel 6. But, like, we had a very pleasant surprise last year. Or was it the year before that?
What was the surprise?
When we went all the way upstairs. When we went to the
Oh, that
top
was last
level.
year. That was last year.
It was last year. We did that for the first time. Because we stayed there the year before that, too. But I don't, we didn't do that. We went all the way upstairs this time. Because we saw that they had a lounge. We went up there. And it was like... It was fitted for, like, Donald Trump.
It was very nice.
It was fucking...
compared to the rest
it
of
was
the hotel.
so nice.
Live
Yeah.
pianist.
Like it shouldn't have been there. It
They
shouldn't
had,
have been there
they had
at
great
all.
drinks. You could get buckets of beer. They had couches.
They had enormous
Great
TVs
food.
all over the place. It was and we were the only ones there. I think.
Maybe
it was
like
the four of
other
us,
people.
and then we were like 3 or 4 people at the bar. We sat down at the.
And that's where Ricky started his love for Bay Breezes.
Yeah, that's true.
That was it.
That's where it birthed.
And the
And
Grey
Grey Goose.
Goose.
I just stayed at a Comfort Inn in Queens.
Yeah.
How did that go?
How did that treat you?
Was not good. I'm sorry, we weren't in the stadium was in Queens. We were in Chelsea, and there was no lounge on the roof. Tell you that.
Yeah, you
No
wouldn't have
lounge at
thought.
all.
You wouldn't have thought that this.
Yeah, if you looked at it
place-
from the outside, I mean, I think they have their windows blackened out from the outside because like you can't see the fluorescent lighting.
Oh
or
no, you
anything.
can't. You would never know that's up there.
No, you had to be a member. It's like an exclusive Meadowlands club.
We were only allowed up there because that was our second year staying there. No, I'm
right.
just
We were. Who knew that we were a mere few floors away from?
Yeah, it's not. You're right. It's not just about the con. There's other
it's-
experiences
there's
that make it
I
fun.
mean, it's really just that.
I mean, we podcasted from the room
We
last year
podcasted
with
from
Ricky
the
and
room.
Josh.
Be nice to actually podcast from the con
Yes.
if we could.
Hopefully, we can take some stuff with us this year.
I just want to go up to buy stuff because you come back with so much cool shit every year.
Goddamn
That's-
right.
that's
I
half
do.
the reason.
I know. I do.
That's really half the reason. You go
Every year you come back with something. Lots of something.
Lots of something.
At least one thing that I think about, like killing you and taking.
So this has been how many times now that he's thought about killing you and taking something?
I guess twice now.
Literally, when presented with the Master Chief sword, you gotta admit, like, just for like a split second, you thought about just like taking it, killing him, and leaving.
Well,
right?
I mean, I slept in a bed that was right next to his, and I could see the sword from where I was sleeping.
That thought went through your head.
I very well could have slit his throat with his own sword.
Not seriously, but
sleep.
it passed through there.
I mean, that was like, I remember that sword. That was the first thing that we saw. Or not the first thing we saw, but like
first thing.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, you need to get that.
It's like, should I do it? And you're like, fuck yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding? Do you have the money? No, do it anyway. It's a stupid thing to do.
I did
not
have the money.
buy anything. But
I love how whenever you buy a weapon like that, a fantasy weapon or whatever, your first thought is always, you think you could kill someone with that? Every time.
It did have the little plastic tips on the end of it to like for the protection. Yeah,
Right.
It was actually, it's a little sharp. It could impale with enough force.
could it
With enough force.
cut raw meat?
I do
Because
not
I like
think
picture
so.
you in like your
You
kitchen.
should start
just,
finding
like,
out.
You know, preparing.
If I sharpened it, I think yes.
I've
but
seen that before. That's awesome.
It's more just the ends, the tips that are pointed.
You should
yeah.
sharpen it and cut raw meat.
I
in the
actually
kitchen.
sharpen my Chronicles of Riddick blades, so you have to I have to keep them in. They have these like little cardboard things that slip on the end of them.
Speaking of swords and knives and daggers,
He's the man.
he has it. He has it.
I have
And a mace. Don't you have a mace?
Yeah. Oh, that thing is sick.
Yeah. No, he
That
has some
man, no,
legit.
like legitimately, if I like was showing you the mace and accidentally like touched your face with it, you'd be dead probably.
Whoa.
It's got spiked
That would be a weird.
balls
Check it
all
out.
over it.
It's got.
I just
poison
took a
tips.
picture of all these when the riots were going on because I was like, I'll
Yeah,
bring
you
all
did.
these into work so we'll be protected, you guys.
Right. And I was like,
Awesome.
Jesus. We're
But yeah,
podcasting.
I've
with
got
a-
Excalibur, I've got the Riddick blades, I've got the mace, I've got
Do you still have the two Cobra swords?
I've got it's like one
Those are
it's one
sick.
like scabbard and then you pull the two handles out and they're cobras and it's
Oh,
like dual
man.
wield swords.
You
I've got
gotta
a pole.
put them together, and the like heads of the snakes like stick out like facing out. Then you just pull them out like. And
And
just,
I've
like,
That's
got,
awesome.
I've got
That's
a
sweet.
pole that you can like beat people with and then you twist it and pull it out and it's two swords.
Oh, Jesus.
That's sweet.
And then
See,
my
that's what I like
ex girlfriend's uncle passed away, and her grandparents were like, you can take whatever you want from the house, like come help us clean out the house. And I opened this closet, and it was like he had ordered a dozen of those like 300 knife sets you see at like 2 o'clock in the morning, because he just had boxes filled with like the same knife just over and over, like just dozens of this identical knives.
That's amazing.
So I took like one of each.
What
So
would
I've
you say is your
got quite a few.
is your prize? What's your prize possession?
Oh, my favorite weapon. I used to have like a legit samurai sword, like a sweet katana.
Yeah.
Tim Davis, the fucker, pawned it off when I moved out of his apartment and left it there.
Oh no.
Literally took it to a pawn shop because our
Oh.
friend's dad owned one. Oh shit. That was
and then
really
someone
cool.
probably bought it for like $20.
My prized possession, maybe the mace. The Riddick blades I actually sharpened and could actually really hurt you with, but
Ooh.
I don't know. That mace is.
It's pretty.
I can
wicked.
like picture you a whole wall of all this great weaponry, and somebody breaks in, and then you run to your wall, and you're like, wait, shit, which one should I use?
One day I'll tell you
Wait,
about the
one of
story
these I'm
where I
gonna
got
use.
kidnapped and my mom had to chase me across the lawn because I was trying to go murder the kidnapper with a katana.
I've heard the story. It's pretty great.
That's awesome.
One day I'll have to share that with you.
Yeah.
I need some good weapons.
That's cool.
I
But
want to
the
get
mace.
what the mace.
Yeah.
Well, as you've seen in my
a good
apartment, I have
choice.
the nunchucks I got at the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
They have like the sides there, and then they have katanas there. But I want to try to get all the Ninja Turtle weapons and like literally like put them up on my wall.
I've always
That'd be
wondered
cool.
if the katanas at the Renaissance Festival were actually sharp because they'll let you handle those swords.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
do.
so dangerous. Jesus.
Yeah.
Go get drunk all day on meat and bullshit and then
let me see that
let me hold that one. Yeah, just don't walk away from the counter with it. What do? Immediately turn around and tell your friend to take a picture.
Yeah.
I've got
As you
Braveheart
slice
As you're
someone's
pointing
neck.
it straight outward.
I've
Like,
got Mel Gibson's sword.
That would be awesome.
Look, I'm Leonardo.
My dad used to have those Highlander swords. Remember those things?
I do. I
Really?
do remember those.
They had the little crazy like dragon handle.
Yeah.
No longer. He doesn't have them anymore.
He probably does somewhere. I'm sure.
I always wanted the
I
sword
hope
from
he does.
Highlander with the,
Oh, yeah, the
ivory carved.
That one
Yeah.
is yeah.
Some serious shit.
Some sick weapons.
Yeah.
Some sick weapons.
Don't mess with Bobby.
Remember the flea market had that it
Decent
was a
butter knife.
lightsaber handle with just a sword.
What is this?
It kind of looked crappy. The flea market in Dundalk had it was a lightsaber handle and then just a sword.
That's sick.
It kind of
really?
it was
Yeah,
cool. The
that
handle
is
was cool,
kinda
but the
cool.
sword kind of looked shitty with
Vroom,
it.
vroom.
I would have bought it.
You
Anyway.
cut off a toe.
Yeah, I still want to buy it.
Was it like colored or was it silver?
No, it was just a sword.
Stupid.
Mm.
I have 2 Force FX lightsabers too.
We talked
need
about
one
that.
of them
Remember
still
Tony
works.
looked them
I
up.
really want one of those.
One
So
of them
do
still
I.
works.
Well,
Different
made
2004.
on Star Wars Day, Amazon had one on sale. Remember I showed you?
Yeah.
It was like $20 off or something.
I want the Jedi, Luke Skywalker's Jedi saber. And I've always kind of had a soft spot for Mace Windu's because it's purple, but
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
and it's Sam Jackson.
And it's Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson.
But I would totally
He
buy the
wanted that.
Luke Skywalker Jedi lightsaber. I'd love to have it.
I want them all.
Absolutely.
So Christmas gift ideas.
We'll each get you a saber.
Yeah,
Not.
we'll get you all the same.
We'll
just
buy all the
exchange
sabers and
then
just
we
keep
can all
them.
trade them off in a round robin.
Okay.
Vroom, vroom,
I don't think I
vroom,
want the
vroom.
Darth Maul one though. That one's probably expensive as
I
shit.
played the shit out of that one when that came out. When that movie came out and they released the toy line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had that one.
I had it too, but
I broke a lot of shit.
One of them.
that
Someone
one.
broke that one in half at some point.
I did too,
So
but it's
now
okay
it's
because
like-
then you had a regular lightsaber.
Yeah, right.
yeah, exactly.
I would always unscrew one end and just have like a super long handled, like
Right.
a 2-handed lightsaber.
God, 6 people can handle this lightsaber.
Speaking of toys, Bobby presented me with an article of something the other day that it's been a little bit of there's some controversy over it in the World Wide Webs and social media of a new toy that is coming to market.
Oh.
Oh,
The boob fig.
the boob fig,
As Bob would now call it,
what
the
we've
boob
nicknamed
fig.
It now.
The boob fig. There is a toy that Metal Gear Solid toy coming out that I would say for the first time ever has like they would say parts that are maybe what did they say squishy.
I don't think it is the first time ever, but
No?
it's like
I mean, if you use your imagination,
first time I
you
ever saw it. That's for sure.
Well, first time I've ever seen it. I mean, I've seen, the anime and Japanese figures that have breasts,
Yeah.
large breasts.
Large breasts.
But they're not
Yeah, who knew?
they're not actually like jelly
They're
substance.
just plastic.
They don't feel like real boobs.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video of the like Asian guy that was like making them? And he's like, "Now you see, they're very supple." And he's like pinching them with his like index finger and his thumb.
Does he have like a real boob, like a lady standing there?
Like,
And he's,
yeah.
like, he's squeezing the action figure's boob.
Yeah.
An actual woman's boob. It's like,
I just
Close.
Quality
a
control
little bit of a
model.
tweak here.
I felt like I had to bring that up just because it was pretty outrageous that they're going to that level of like.
What's your opinion on it? Do you think that it's sexist as hell, or do you think you're gonna buy that toy?
I don't think
Both.
it's sexist, but I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, I can see what
mean,
they're
how much
doing.
I-
I mean,
how
there's
much is it?
there's a huge market
Oh,
for that kind of
Laura.
stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah. Especially with
when
the
you go into
anime
comic book
ones.
stores, all of the anime figures you see them. The girls, I mean, Supersonico and all the girls that have the
Anyone on Queen's Blade, the whole anime is
They're
just
all-
tits.
they're
Even like
tits
those
or
ones we got
tits.
from Free Comic Book Day, the Witchblade ones.
Oh yeah, tits.
I mean, like
Jesus.
the small bikini. You see all that, so
I
it's
want-
not like that's not out there. But the fact that you can actually like the boobs move, it just I don't know. I found it more
The
funny.
boobs move?
I found it more funny than anything. I'm not gonna like pre-order it or
This made
something.
me, speaking of those Witchblades, this made me think of this, Tony. Like when we came home from Free Comic Book Day, because where we went, we all went to Chuck's, and most of
And
us,
then?
if not everybody there that got a bag, got one of those.
Yeah, Witchblade characters.
characters. So when me and Tony came home later on, oh no, wait, who was it that gave me or that had the other one? Was it Fish?
Must have been Fish because
Maybe?
I think Fish. because
Tony
you
got the
had,
stretchy
You
man
had the
or whatever.
yeah.
I had some guy gave me the Witchblade one too.
Yeah. Anyway, there were 2 of them, and we were like arguing on which one had the better looking.
Oh,
set of
yeah.
tits. And I decided mine did because it did.
I don't know.
Because it just did. I think we were still like kind of arguing.
Mine were just more out there. They weren't as big, but they were more out there. Like
I mean, they were
ready
more,
to
but,
pop
like,
out.
Yours, like yours, looked like the Egyptian pyramids. Mine were actually
No,
like they look good.
like
They
a
looked
Tomb
really
Raider.
good.
mine
like
were
a
just a
PlayStation.
little
Madonna
smaller.
circa
I mean,
1980.
they come in
PlayStation
all
1 Tomb
sizes,
Raider.
bro.
Yeah, I'd say
Yours were
very,
just way more covered
very
than mine.
pixely. It is, but
That's another character though, Witchblade. She's very revealing. I mean,
I'm not familiar with Witchblade.
No.
none of us are until we
We
got
just get those
feet.
figures.
you never even.
Figures.
Oh, I've
Comic
heard.
Book
I knew who
Day.
she was.
I didn't really.
I don't really know. I mean, when Spawn and that kind of stuff was out, like more popular out back then, and that's
Now
how
I'm
I
trying
discovered
to get rid of
Witchblade.
it, and I think I'm gonna give it to a Goodwill so some young boy can.
There you go.
Play with
Masturbate
those
profusely
things.
to it.
Right.
We don't have to stick on this
My
topic.
dick
It was
is
just
lost in the
something.
jungle
You
and it's
started
free
it.
to find
I know
it.
because I thought it was very funny. The Bobby was like, "Hey Garrett,"
That's the only thing I want.
Worky's like, "Did you see that figure that's
just
gonna
want
have
that.
some
When
real
they start
boobs?"
doing Lara Croft with real boobs and all, that's when I'll start buying.
I
Yeah.
think they're smart to do it.
Not like
I
not
think they
cover
are.
him
I
up.
mean, it's gonna sell.
It is.
know
Oh,
it
it'll
is.
sell.
I mean, if they had, you ever seen those realistic sex dolls?
Those
They're
things
like
are
$6,000. If they made
insane.
that one,
Steve, what do you think we talk about at work all day?
See, this is the kind of stuff we could talk about when Kay's not here.
Right.
Sometimes it happens.
Another thing that's cool that I said to you guys, E3 turns 20 this year.
That's just crazy to me.
It really is.
Yeah,
How
I
it's
didn't,
is
been how it's been around for.
I
that
didn't know
long.
it till just recently.
I never really paid attention to it until several years ago. To be honest.
Yeah, I didn't start watching
You
it
know?
until probably
10 years ago?
I would give it less than that.
I'd say less
maybe.
than 10.
Has E3 even been on to watch for that many years? Didn't it just?
I don't think
like
they
G4
broadcasted
started
it.
doing that.
Yeah.
It was
G4,
on
not
That
too
might
long
have
ago.
been why.
G4, yeah, did it for
I'd
a
probably
while.
say-
so maybe early 2000s.
I would follow it in Game because Game Informer was like the magazine I read.
I'd say probably
Yeah, it
back
was
in
like-
2007. Probably that's when I started.
I would.
Back
I
when
would
Olivia
say that.
Munn walked
I
the
could
floor.
say. I could say that too.
Because when G4 was still around, that's when I watched it.
I
That's
really miss
Olivia
G4.
Munn.
Oh,
I miss
see,
Olivia
I know.
Munn on G4.
I miss her a lot.
too.
Yeah.
I read her autobiography. It was neat.
Did you?
I want to read it too.
All right, I don't miss
honestly.
her that much. I don't need to know.
I
about
read it.
her.
I don't know why it came out. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Fuck it.
And her as Psylocke in.
I'll catch
X-Men
I'll catch her
Apocalypse.
in X-Men and I'll see her. When whatever movie she's doing, that's enough for me.
And her Playboy she was in.
The occasional
She
Google
was in
search.
Playboy, but what?
She wasn't nude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have it.
It's classy.
I have it upstairs. Yeah.
Nice.
She's an attractive female.
For
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to look at
But
that.
she's definitely
I would buy that one to read the article. What she has
Yep.
to say.
Did you like her in the newsroom? Did you watch the newsroom?
Oh, I love that show. Yeah,
I gotta finish
really
watching
liked
that. I
it.
never
Yeah.
finished
Season
that
2 is
season.
kind of, but it was good.
I couldn't. I had a hard time with I got like 4 episodes in season 2 and stopped.
The only thing
Yeah.
I've
It was-
seen
It was difficult.
from
She's
that
good in that
show
show.
is
Yeah.
that clip that goes around the internet on social media with.
Why is America the greatest
country in the
Yeah.
world?
That's got to be the greatest thing.
It's a
on
great
television.
video.
70?
It's a great video. It really is. If you haven't seen that, anybody go
Go
on social
fucking look.
media and social
Yeah,
mean and
That's
just
like
look
the
up.
first scene of
yeah.
the show.
Yeah,
Oh, is it
that
First 10 minutes, really.
Because he has that meltdown, and then it's like, we're gonna make a better news program. It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what. Okay.
And then
It's
boom.
neat. The news.
And then the news happens.
The news.
And then new stuff.
I
You
miss
just see that
shit.
video like pop up every once in a while, like
Yeah.
and I always click on it.
I'll see it on Reddit. Yeah,
You
I'll
know what
watch
though?
it
That
every
show
now and
that like left a void for me on HBO. But right now, between Game of Thrones, Silicon Valley has been amazing.
then.
It
I
really
really
has.
want to watch
Watch
Silicon
Veep
Valley.
has been amazing this season, and John Oliver is always good.
Have you
Love
seen
John.
Sunday
any
night's
like
best
any
day
of
ever.
last season of Silicon Valley?
No,
It's a great
I
show.
saw that.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the greatest dick joke in the world?
I.
Can we take a
No.
10-minute pause and let Steve watch this and then come back?
We'll show him after.
I
What you're
wanna
really
see it.
looking for is dick to floor. Call that D2F.
What is Ehrlich's name? They would know. It's
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller
Miller.
is amazing.
God. He
I
is
love
so
him.
funny in that
That
show.
first season was great. I never just.
You haven't seen
never-
any of this season?
No, I haven't. I just never got around to
Well, haven't
watching
you
it.
watched? Oh no, I'll say you watched Game of Thrones, but you watched the leaked first 4, didn't you?
Yeah,
You haven't watched after that, have you?
yeah. I watched the 5th episode
So why don't you watch Silicon Valley right after?
because I watched it on demand. I didn't watch it when it was aired.
Last
That's how I
week's
used to
episode
watch
was
it.
No
It
cable
was so good.
box.
That's how I did the first season. I watched Game of Thrones and then watched that.
Well, you think like with Silicon Valley, like since it's honestly just a show about them creating an app, but like it really like they keep moving with it. Like you think it would like kind of get stale, but
It's like Nerd Entourage. And it's
Yeah.
incredible.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But TJ Miller on that show.
He is
bought
the
him the kimono. Oh my God, the neighbor last week killed me.
when they go up to his
Get
door.
the fuck back over here. You don't have to come all the way over here. It's all right.
He speaks German in the night. You'll know. What we're
Yeah,
talking
I'll
about.
I wish you guys
understand.
watched the show.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His name
Yeah.
is Jared. He speaks German in the night.
Holy shit. There's
know
other
what?
great shows that are coming out though. Oh, that I think
There's
look
so many
great.
good shows.
What?
Well, there's a lot of HBO. Like there's Ballers coming out with The Rock.
Hell
Rock
yeah.
Johnson.
It could be good. I mean, anything
The
with The
Rock.
Rock where you're gonna watch.
Yeah,
Speaking of The Rock, we watched this video today. It was like an animated video, and it was what would really happen to you if you were in any of the stunts from the Fast and Furious movies. It was awesome.
We'll show you that
Vin
after
Diesel's like, his parachute comes out of his car and it gets like tangled with someone else's, and they're like, oh, we're going down. Where's my family? And it just like quick cuts to Tyrese, who's like impaled on a tree branch like over here, and he's just like,
It's so good.
Ludacris is like sinking into the water, like, not like this. It's great.
Oh my god,
That's awesome.
And they're
You're
like,
gonna have to jump.
all right, we're gonna drive this car out the building to the next building, and it's like, and then you just fall directly down.
yeah. Gravity would disagree with you.
I'm gonna attack UFC champion Ronda Rousey because I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, that was a
It was
great
good.
video.
But
Great
yeah,
video.
so The Rock Ballers looks good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
The Rock is in it.
I want to know where he gets
be
his
good.
time. Like, you know,
every
he
other
must have
week
gone
he's
to
announced.
Dumbledore and gotten a time turner somewhere. Because,
He's
Yeah.
announcing something new, like almost every
Yeah.
other week.
but just to think about all he puts out, his output, and then
Oh yeah.
the hours that he has to spend maintaining himself, because he's gigantic like that, and he's got to work out like 3 times a day.
Oh yeah.
He does.
Well, that's what he.
And he's
that's
got
his
to
video.
eat. He eats like 15 pounds of food every day. So what does he do all
Well,
day?
he gets up and he always posts like he does AM cardio at like 4 in
It's
the
like
morning.
4 in the
Early
morning,
as
and then
fuck
he's
in the
up,
morning.
and then he stays
just-
up until like midnight. I think
Basically.
he
I was
only,
gonna say, what happens when he's like
then he's
shooting
on a plane later
yeah.
that night,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
posting pictures.
I feel like that's when he sleeps. Is just when he's traveling or something.
Yeah.
That's
Like
how
when
you
he's
get
in a
rich.
suit and he's like selfie. I'm pretty sure he
Probably
passes
just
out
crashes after that.
right
yeah.
after that. Just falls asleep.
Well, he's
It's
got.
not even really a selfie. He's
The
just
Rock's
asleep.
going to
He's got
bed.
someone-
Yeah.
He's already shot Baller, so that's done. But that's coming out.
Right.
He has San Andreas coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know about San Andreas. I'm not sold.
Very 2012.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean, I might not go see it in the theaters.
Very
but
2012 meets Deep
The Rock.
Impact.
And I didn't like
And The
I
Rock,
didn't like
yeah.
Day After Tomorrow 2012. I mean, I didn't like any of those.
I never
so-
saw 2012, but I thought Day After
I'm just
Tomorrow
going to
was okay.
assume that the catastrophic events that happen in San Andreas is due to a rock bottom,
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
gotta be.
or people's elbow to just the earth.
or just Macho Man comes back to life and just does an elbow drop from a
I
helicopter.
doubt that's
or
what it
something.
is, but
Just
Right
with
in the
heaven.
middle of the Atlantic, and it
He
just
just pulls a
fucking
Goku,
causes-
just elbow drops the earth and goes back to heaven.
yeah, there's literally
Those
only
Rikishi
like
fought to like stink face as one of the statues on Ellis Island, on Easter Island.
Oh my god. The possibility.
But he's got that, and then he's confirmed for what? The Disney Pixar
The
Moana
Disney
or whatever.
Pixar movie. Yeah, Awana. Yeah.
And then he just confirmed Alpha Squad 7, which is supposed to be,
There's another one. Yeah.
and then his
the-
Kevin Hart movie.
Central Intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's
That's
playing
supposed
like
to be the whole buddy cop comedy.
Is it
thing.
cops? I thought it was like CIA.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's
into-
like that, but it still like falls under the
Yeah.
same kind of
Oh,
genre.
He's
if
on
you will.
TV shows all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's going to do a second season of that one show I watched. I already forget the. Wake Up Call.
Oh,
Remember I
yeah.
was telling you guys about
Oh
that?
yeah, I meant to watch that. I
never
forgot.
did
It's
get
great.
around to
It's a
watching
great
that.
show. But I don't know if he hasn't talked about doing that. But he's literally nonstop.
When does he have the
He
time?
is.
When they announced that like Alpha Squad 7 thing, I was like, what is this now? I was like, holy shit.
He must shoot all these movies in like a week.
Who knows? He's on set
Shows
right-
up, does a lot of yelling, and the rest is just CGI shit, filler.
Well, I mean,
Just
his
filler.
part on Fast and Furious could have been shot in like 2 days, probably.
Yeah,
All
He didn't-
does is,
that's what I
I
think.
thought
he
it was
like
gonna
jumped
be,
out of the building and like fired that machine gun at the end, and that was it.
I thought
Yeah.
he was going to be in that a lot more, but it is what it is.
The building, hospital bed,
The bed.
bed,
And
and
then
then the fucking end,
and
I
then
need to
literally
see that. I haven't
walking
seen
out
it
of
yet.
walking out of
and then driving an ambulance,
the
crashing
windshield of
of an overturned ambulance.
And then ripping the like minigun off of a drone. Woman,
Like it
I
was-
am the cavalry.
Like it was nothing. Like he just
That's
picked
awesome.
it up.
I can't believe he walked out of the windshield of the ambulance. It's just amazing.
I couldn't take
Standing
him
up.
seriously.
It wasn't like he crawled out. He just literally
Yeah, after he just got his shit rocked. Like, what did he fall? Like, at the beginning, it was like 4 fucking stories.
Got one of these stories out.
Yeah,
There.
and then-
Yeah, that was one of the things in
and
the
then
video we
he's
watched
fine.
today. In one of the videos we watched today, they go like flying out. He's like, "I gotcha," and they fly out and land on the car, and the woman's like, "Ah!" and she's got like glass all in her. She's like,
both-
"Oh my god!"
yeah, they both have like bones.
And then it like cuts to him, and yeah, he's got like bones like sticking out everywhere. He's got like a piece of glass through his throat, like his brains are over here.
And then the car.
The car explodes. She's like, we have to get out of here before the car.
Oh man, whoever thought to make that video is awesome.
Terrific animation. You know what else they're gonna do now? They announced the Incredibles 2.
Yes, Brad Bird.
Yes.
Brad Bird
That's a
coming
good call
back.
because that's awesome.
And I like Brad Bird a lot. I can't wait to see Tomorrowland. It looks fantastic.
It really does.
Really does. When we saw that little
Snippet,
5 or 6 minutes of
Age of Ultron.
before Age
That
of
was
that,
I had no
that
idea it
was
even had
great.
that. I didn't know it was going to be anything like that. Like an
I didn't
action
think so
adventure.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
I mean, they really
For Disney too. Like I know they're like killing robots in it, but like I guess the
Look like
the human,
people?
yeah, that look like people. Because once they started attacking, I was like, for Disney, you were like, guns, like all this other stuff, like. And
Well,
then
yeah.
once they started doing that, okay, they're
I
droids.
was like, oh, so this is how they got Tomorrowland. Killed cyborgs.
It does look really cool. Though. It's just a new take on.
I think it's gonna.
It's just something
different.
Yeah. But you know what?
Different.
Speaking of something different,
Ooh,
What?
boobs.
this is going to be the official endorsement of you and urging everybody go see Mad Max Fury Road.
Dude, I want to see
Oh.
it.
Go
so
see it,
badly.
guys.
Yeah.
It's just going to. It's
It's gonna be fantastic.
just something completely different, and it's not. It's just gonna be so good, and I want everyone to see it, and I want them to make $1 billion fucking dollars, and I want there to be 10 of them.
I think just
Yes.
the reviews
Well, he
alone
was confirmed
are.
for 3 of them, isn't he?
Yeah,
Tom Hardy.
he's signed up, and I heard he's a great Max.
That's awesome. I'm
People are
excited
saying
for
that it's
I
like
love those movies.
Yeah,
I just
those
want.
movies
it's
I
one of
just
the
want it
best
to be so
action
good.
movies of all time. I
Yeah,
read
oh,
that.
yeah.
So
But now apparently all these like misogynist fucking people are like. Have you heard about this?
no.
People are losing their shit because Charlize Theron plays like a strong, powerful woman. There's like a man group called Return of Kings that like wants to return men to like their proper place and keep women down
for
and like
Christ's sake.
not let them out of their homes.
Really?
Yeah, and they're flipping out about this movie, and people, oh my god, it's hysterical. I was on this website today reading this guy's comments. It is unbelievable. It's hard to believe that these people exist.
No,
Like,
do you want to
it's
know what I
unbelievable.
want to say? Is that doesn't surprise me. I do believe that. I do.
Yeah.
It sucks, but I do
Yeah.
too. But I want everyone to go see it really badly because it's supposed to have like a great hero, but like a great heroine as well, and it's just supposed to be like a completely unconventional, just
incredible.
badass original action movie. And I want everyone to go see it.
Go see it because it looks like a great movie. Don't nitpick it. Don't.
Go see
I mean-
because Mad Max is awesome.
I mean, people will nitpick
Mad
movies.
Max
I mean, but
Rockatansky.
see it for what it is. It's
I saw an awesome like screen printed poster that Mondo T's website makes.
Yeah.
They're making one for Mad Max. It looks awesome. I would like it, but they're a lot of money.
and they haven't shown a lot in their trailers.
I asked my dad to go see it with me because growing up, he was always like, Mad Max, gotta see the best movies. That's like why I loved Mel Gibson. We saw Braveheart
Yeah.
in the theater because he showed me The Road Warrior when I was like 6. Dad,
Great.
let's go see the new Mad Max tomorrow at 7. No.
Oh, okay.
Why
Just
not?
shut down.
That-
Jeez.
I don't do anything until that garden's planted. All right, Dad.
Nice.
All right.
Well,
Is that your job or is that?
is that my job? No.
No, well, then just do the damn garden.
Speaking of
Technically,
other,
I could help, I suppose.
speaking of other new awesome things coming out, the Muppets TV show.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fan-fucking-tastic.
I still
We
haven't
posted
watched
the
preview for it yet.
posted the trailer for it on our page, but
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it.
the route they're taking and
looks amazing.
the fact that they they don't make fun of it, but they know that like what they're doing with it, and they like talk like when they're like, "So we're gonna kind of do like the documentary style where it cuts to a one person interview, and then we'll and then cuts to
It's just
Gonzo, and
Gonzo.
he's like, well, we're gonna say stuff here, and then it's gonna cut back to us, and we're gonna say something else, something completely
I
different."
like the one where they got that other pig, and before Miss Piggy signs on, and like Gonzo looks at Kermit. Kermit's like, "I like pigs."
I got a thing for
They
pigs.
even
Yeah,
said they're
he's
like,
like, I
we're
got a
gonna
thing
make
for
it like
pigs.
more adult, like
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of have to. I mean, if they're gonna bring back a show like that was what easily 20 years ago.
Well, yeah,
but that's
the
not
Muppet
going to be
show
like
was,
that
yeah.
at all. It's not
No,
gonna
it
be
won't
Well,
be
no,
like
no,
that.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like you got to think of the people that like
It looks
Like
like,
the
an all.
Muppets.
It's
grew
like
up
a
with the Muppets. you know?
exactly.
it's like a modern family mix with like The Office, like type,
Yeah.
like at least filming like.
but with the Muppets.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
which is
incredible.
going to be amazing.
That's
it
gonna
does.
be incredible.
It looks
I'm
really
just
great.
looking forward to the celebrity interactions and
And the
Right.
Muppets.
the Muppets.
Someone commented like on it that they didn't like the I guess live action human like mix, but I like that. I mean,
I like it too.
Yeah,
They've been
it's
doing
always
it like
been
because
yeah,
it makes it
always
more
been like
real.
that. Yeah.
It's always been that
the
way.
part with
So-
Fozzie where the one guy's like, "What is he just gonna poop in the woods?" Or he says something,
Yeah.
go to the bathroom in the woods, and Fozzie's like, "Hey, it's a stereotype or something."
yeah. Dude, it's so funny.
I'm excited
I'm
though.
Very
stoked for
modernized. I love it.
I heard those. I didn't see the Muppets movies, the recent ones, but I
I
heard
saw
didn't see the
first one.
newest
The first,
good.
I saw the first.
I heard they
one.
were just like kind of musicals. They turned them into musicals.
It was good. I liked
Yeah, I
it
mean
a
that's
lot.
the Muppets sing.
Yeah,
No, I
that's what
know,
they
but
did.
I just never saw it.
First one
I
was
really
great.
liked the first one.
I
Yeah.
love the first.
I gotta
one.
watch that second one. I got a
I
poster
never-
for it, but I haven't watched it.
I wanted to because of the people that are in it.
I wanted to because it's the Muppets.
Fucking
I love
great,
the Muppets.
you know?
The Muppets Christmas Carol. God, that's
It's
The
probably
greatest
the
movie
best.
ever made.
Yeah.
that's so good.
Ever.
So good.
Ever.
Wait, are you putting Muppets Christmas Carol over Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
I like
Big
that.
Trouble in Little
I'm
China.
cool. I'm cool with that too.
It
like
varies
that.
between top 3 and top 5. Muppets Christmas Carol is always top 3, if not number 1.
Wait, so okay,
One of your
okay.
favorite movies?
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China is one of your favorite movies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Top 5.
I mean,
All
people
right.
look at me
So
weird
what the
when I say Beverly Hills Ninja is my favorite movie.
Well,
So.
that's-
That I think is weird because even of the Chris Farley
That's a
movies,
little
I think
weirder,
that's
yeah.
the worst.
I
That's a good
was
movie.
when
Great
he told me
movie.
that the one time, I
Great
was actually
movie.
kind of taken back a little bit. 'Cause
I like Almost Heroes better than I like Beverly Hills.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
think
say
I've
the
ever
same
actually
thing.
sat through the entirety of Beverly Hills Ninjas.
I
Oh,
think
I
I
have.
think I told Garrett the same thing. Like I think I like Almost Heroes more than Beverly
That's
Hills.
fine.
But there's
I mean,
a
they're
lot,
all
I mean, I
great,
don't know,
but-
it's just so good.
They're all great, but that's
But no, yeah. Big Trouble Little China top 5 easily.
that you feel like a horse's patoot now that you said
Hold on,
Muppets
Tony. What the
Christmas
fuck
Carol.
would be
Top
would,
Black
three.
Sheep quote.
Tony? What's the movie that would be close to taking the one spot then?
What
For
is your
away-
number? That's your what's your favorite?
That's hard. It
See, that's
it
what
varies
I mean.
between
Like, you-
Muppets
like-
Christmas Carol,
And
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Great movie. Terrific movie.
I would not be mad at you if that was
And-
number one.
Big Trouble in Little China is usually in. It's never number 1, but
There's
it's
two
always
Christmas
close.
movies and then Big Trouble. in
Two
Little
Christmas
China.
movies. Big Trouble. There's got to be something else that Days and Confused is definitely a top 5.
God, we
Probably.
watched the shit out of that. When-
Maybe
like,
Empire Records.
Also a great movie.
Yeah.
But it varies between those basically.
we could do. I mean, we did top 5 characters. We can maybe
Yeah.
do a top 5
We
movies.
could do movies.
I know, like we.
That'd be real hard.
I know, but
I mean, we
I
tried to
just
do it
basically
with
got-
characters
yeah,
was
we
pretty
tried
hard.
to do like a whole like Disney thing, and you know,
It doesn't. We could
With
actually
Disney
do it
movies,
and not
too.
even in an
We
order.
can-
We can just say top 5 favorite movies
If you gave me like 50
or top 10.
we
We could do a top 10.
Top 10. Okay.
But
can you do a top 10, Bob?
Ooh,
You think?
yeah,
'Cause
I can
you're the
talk.
movie guy here.
I do a top 10. I mean, it'd be
there's
hard.
there's tons of other.
I'm
Well,
gonna go-
Star Wars is
You know,
up in
the
my
You might as
top.
well say episode 7 is already in your top 10.
Yeah,
The
I forgot
problem
about
is
Star
because
Wars.
like
feel
all
like
of these
Jurassic
movies
World's
that
gonna be
I've
in it
seen,
for
it's
me.
like when you don't have a list of the things you've seen in front of you, you forget, and then
Yeah.
I'll make the list.
No, I
and
know,
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
I forgot.
Well, that's what
Forgot this
happened a lot
one.
with our characters too.
Yeah.
When we did our top
Yeah.
10 characters.
Like Star Wars is also in my top 5
I was pretty
somewhere.
definitive on my characters. I thought.
Yeah,
I
but it
mean,
was
I
still
would-
hard,
I
like
would
you said,
Captain America.
it's
Luke,
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you did a
It's
good
hard,
job,
though.
but you also had your reserve list.
Yeah.
I did. I had
Had that
reserves.
backup.
6 to infinity.
I had reserves.
Yeah.
Well, those were like guys in case you need alternates.
Just a shitload of.
It's a responsible thing to do.
while we still have some time here, and I know Toady probably won't have much to say, but can we discuss Age of Ultron? Like some of it,
Yeah.
at least.
I have nothing to say.
I know. You
I
can
didn't
just
even
say
see the
cool.
first one.
You can say cool, neat. That's neat. That's cool.
neat.
That's sweet. Like
Cool.
you usually do. You can still just chime in
that
with
is
those.
The normal shit that Tony does.
Just read spoilers real quick while we're talking about it, and then you can chime
I
in.
haven't seen the first one.
I know, so that's why you can't talk.
There's really nothing to
I'm gonna sit here and
spoiled.
watch it while you
It's
guys talk.
really not a big deal.
I mean, I feel like we have to talk about it. We
Okay,
can take.
here's one thing. I wanted to comment on this really quick because, okay, first of all, yeah, it was a really, really great movie. But there was one memory of that movie, and I was sitting next to Fish, was on the right. Then next to Fish was Bobby. Now, at the very beginning of the movie, there was that awesome. It started off with a huge bang. I loved it. With each individual character going through their different fight scenes.
Such a great.
Now,
scene.
when
That's
Captain America came on, and he had his motorcycle, and he like did the thing, and he like chucked his shield and everything, and then he basically tomahawked the motorcycle and stuff. I thought I saw out of the corner of my eye through the IMAX glasses, Bobby just
Yeah, you did.
You did, didn't you?
I did that a couple times.
I had to ask Fish. I was like, did he do that? And he
And
said,
I did
yeah,
it
he
when,
totally did.
I told Garrett, and it was such a small little scene in the movie, but it was one of my favorite like action beats. It was when Black Widow tosses the shield to him, and he catches it in midair and just like goes like boom and like shoulder charges a guy, and I was just like, oh yeah.
I had to confirm that because
It's just like they just
because that was so
the weight
awesome.
behind that throw, the whole thing was just like damn.
My favorite. My favorite has to be because I literally out loud was like, "Oh!" when they had the Vision,
Vision,
Iron
Thor,
Man,
and Iron
and
Man.
Thor just like
all three at once,
just fucking.
Did anyone
hitting
else think
Ultron.
that it was really cool when it's like the Ultron's plan has been foiled and like Sokovia's crashing back down to Earth and Scarlet Witch was still on it and it was like, oh, she's fucked, and then the Vision like swooped in and grabbed her and she looked at him and I was like, ah,
There starts the love story.
Yes, exactly.
Hopefully, we don't know,
But the Vision, the one thing I wish they'd
they?
explained the Vision's power set a little bit better because as it is like. I feel like I knew what it was because he was like reaching through people and like he's phasing through. But like I feel like most people who don't know who the Vision are just going to be like, wait a minute, did he just reach through that robot? And like, people don't really understand how incredibly powerful like what his limitations are. And I'm sure they'll get into it. But
but yeah, I think they just slightly introducing him that way.
Yeah.
They didn't because during that fight scene, there's so much going on in that one scene.
It's really hard to keep up with it.
I got to see it again.
Because you're like watching
That's
one character,
cool.
then you see like Iron Man fly around. Yeah,
I was
isn't it,
watching
Tony?
the Vision so much.
But when you first saw him, because that's what I was waiting for, is if the beam was gonna come out of his head, and once it did, I was like, there it is, like.
But I mean, I thought the Vision was like the coolest ever.
He was fucking great.
But I read this thing about like the character arcs. There's a lot in that movie, and I feel like I gotta see it again to like really get it all.
For sure. And then of course you have your people complaining, but I'm not going to go into that because if you look at it as a superhero movie, and it was a great superhero movie. It was just.
You know what really does piss me off about that movie though?
What?
Why will Joss Whedon not allow Captain America to just say Avengers Assemble?
Oh my god!
Because he wants to tease you.
He got me
cock
so
tease.
fucking bad too. He got me so bad.
He was ready for the
got up,
fist pump,
and they're all standing. He just goes, Avengers, and I was just like, no, what? I was so pissed off. I've been waiting for him to say that on screen for like 20 years, and
right.
God damn it.
We're gonna get it, Bob. Infinity
I was
War. I feel
so
like that's when
mad
we're
that
gonna
it
get
didn't
it.
happen. Like,
I think Infinity War is when we're gonna get it.
I also thought the end credit scene could have been better.
I
feel like
I was honestly hoping for something else.
I feel like it was just
too.
so much of a like. Okay, well, we knew that.
We knew
like,
exactly.
You knew he was
we
gonna
knew.
have to get the gauntlets, and at some point it was gonna. And
I was hoping something with Black Panther or
It didn't really get me like
more of like a feud between them two to set up Civil War. It didn't set up Civil War or anything or Ant-Man.
no,
or like
not
something.
really. It didn't really get me like pumped up for Infinity War either. Like knowing that like he's gonna be the main villain for it. Like
Well,
we know
that's-
that already.
again, we already knew
established
that. That's
but
why
I,
it's
like
not.
I always thought that like Thanos getting the gauntlet would be like a really iconic like image, you know, like a
Well,
really.
he has. Well, I think getting the stones is what's going to be very.
that's what's
iconic.
gonna. That's,
well, yeah, but
that's gonna be the filler.
people were. I mean, I just felt like it was supposed to be like a oh shit, he's got the gauntlet kind of thing, and it was just kind of like
It kind of was, but it was like you said. It just wasn't. It wasn't necessary at the end of that movie.
No.
Like,
And then they came out and said that it's like one of two there's two gauntlets or something.
yes, they confirmed that the one in Odin's thing is a different one.
That's the right-handed.
I think they're just saying that
That's-
because it was already there in the movie.
Yeah,
I mean, and like, no, that's funny because I was like totally reading the same
for
thing.
set decoration, and he just picked the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah,
Exactly. I really think it
that
was.
looked like a Christmas tree topper.
Because then people are going to be
you know
like,
what? That's a great idea for a Christmas tree.
I was just
topper.
thinking that too.
Steve,
Shit,
do you think they make that already?
we're
one
gonna
that
have
like,
to.
totally
one that
put
lights
that.
up.
I mean, we can get like the bank and just.
Or it could
And then
just
put
be
lights in it.
Thanos with
Yeah.
the gauntlet, and instead of the angel holding the candle, it's like Thanos holding the gauntlet up.
Or
Yeah.
that.
Or that too.
God, man.
That works.
Tony, do you think?
Fuck
Yeah,
the
man.
Do you
podcast.
agree
should
with
do
all
that
this?
for the rest
I
of our lives.
I hated that. I don't know.
But
You
I'm
should get that
thinking-
bank and make
Bobby,
it
I'm
into a
thinking
tree
maybe the
topper,
tree skirt should be the shield.
That's a good idea,
though.
too.
That is a good
We're good.
idea.
We're good. We did it.
The
can
bank,
do it
get the
with
bank
$2.
as a topper.
We did
We're
it.
good. But yeah, that movie. I mean, If you haven't seen it, go see it. I know I want to see it again.
I do too.
I don't want to say
can't
too
believe
much.
we haven't
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, I can't believe you guys.
I
haven't
can't
seen
believe
it
I
yet.
actually was watching something about it yesterday. I was like, man, I can't believe I haven't seen it.
It's only been
again.
one. It's only one time we've seen it.
need
I had to
digest
piss
it
so
again.
bad.
That is not a
At-
get up
at
to
the-
pee
I was
movie.
30 minutes in. I had to piss, and I was like, shit. I got 2.5 more hours of this.
You
drank a whole Sprite.
I was sitting next to Garrett. I'm like, do you mind if I piss in this cup? And I was really serious about it. I don't think he.
And I was
thought
ready.
I wouldn't have been able to do it because I couldn't move at all.
Yeah, I couldn't either. You saw like me and Fish like shift our
The
seats.
tall guys
That
can't
it got
really,
just as bad.
The guy in front of me like hurt me when he sat down. His seat came back
Yeah.
with such force.
The one guy in front of us with that legit Captain America shield.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah,
him,
God
but that
damn it.
shield.
I want
was,
one of them so bad.
It was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said? Some guy won it at
Yeah.
a Comic-Con and
Yeah.
gave it to him.
Well, did you see what did you hear what Fish was saying? He had he knows how to build that exact one that they gave away. He's got like
build that.
yeah.
How do you build that?
I don't know. I have to ask him.
I'm not good.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I don't-
very handy. I don't know.
I
would
don't. I mean,
never
he's a
know how.
mechanical engineer, so I'll go ahead and just let him do it for
He's
me.
like, oh yeah, sure.
Hey, I got this.
Here's the
week.
thing.
Do it for me.
And I think this is
3 cuts.
yeah, and I think like it was a combination that shield and seeing like how awesome Cap was in that movie. Like, I think I might have told you this. Like, I wanted to come up with another cosplay other than Deadpool. Bobby, I think I'm gonna go with Captain America as my next cosplay.
I said he has the jawline.
He does.
I really want to do it.
I'd support that.
But you have to dye your hair like
Carrot.
Dirty
He has
blonde.
the jawline.
he does. He has that American hero jawline.
Real American.
Just that. Now I just gotta get down that look up into the sky. Thing.
Yeah.
Which Cap though?
I don't know. We were talking about
Steve
that, like,
Rogers.
because there's like,
I didn't mean that. I meant what what outfit costume.
I mean,
Stars
'cause-
and Stripes classic. Actually, Winter Soldier.
He has yeah.
Stealth.
that's the thing. I mean, we were talking about that. We were talking about like the Avengers one. We were talking about.
I think
the
his Age
40s.
of his Age of Ultron was my favorite. I think that's my favorite for sure.
It just gets more and more elaborate.
I
Like,
like
the more,
it
like each time you see him on screen,
because you
it's
still
like
have
just
the
something.
You
new
still have the
or-
stripes, but
Yeah.
yeah, and the star and
I think it'd be cool. I'm gonna go.
Do
for
it.
Can't get.
I'm
a
gonna go
helmet.
for it.
Notice how his helmet was gone for most of the end fight because he looks so stupid in that helmet. He does.
Really?
Well, because it doesn't have like a nose piece, so it just it looks like a stupid motorcycle helmet. So he takes it off.
I liked it. I don't know.
I-
I would
I-
think he took it off because it's kind of hard to fight in a helmet.
I like a
that.
maskless Captain America more than
Oh, yeah,
the regular.
yeah.
I
Nah.
think that's good. No.
He can. I mean, he can have me any way he wants it. I'll take him anyway. What? Never mind.
With all the liberty and
Even the Hulk in this one, you can just tell they made so much more money to like enhance everybody that it was just like
oh my god, the Hulk looked amazing. He looked fucking great.
He really did. Everything with the Vision, God, like you couldn't tell what was CGI and what wasn't on him.
I loved the look of him,
Yeah.
and it was seamless, and you couldn't tell. And a lot of it was prosthetics and paint and whatever. But
Well, that's our quick review on it.
Yeah, it was great.
Tony still has to see Avengers from 2012.
Tony's still here.
Still here.
Any last remarks? Anyone? Any other small? Tony, you usually chime in. This is when you chime in.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
You usually go, oh wait,
Really?
one more.
This is when we expanded
yeah.
about another 30
Wow.
minutes.
But no,
I had
oh
the
my
Muppets.
gosh,
That was really it.
You wanted to talk about
that's
the
all he
Muppets.
wanted to put out the.
I
Muppets.
could make a complaint against Mortal Kombat's scattered release of these characters.
We've already
because-
complained about
We
that.
already
But
did that.
now we're into it a little bit, and Jason Voorhees has come out, and I'm
I
getting
don't
bored
enjoy
with
him.
the game.
I don't enjoy him,
I haven't like
but
I'm waiting for Predator to come out,
Yeah.
and I'm already kind of like,
Figures he's
well,
the
fuck this
last
game.
one.
I'm tired of waiting to have to pay money to get this fucking guy.
yeah, it again, it is still
It's grinding
annoying.
my gears,
It
you
hasn't
guys.
changed. I'm still very annoyed about it.
Grinding my gears.
I mean, that's just I like the game, and I'll play it a little bit more, but like, my patience ran out with it really quick.
I can understand
Yeah.
that. I stopped playing
It
for a little
is.
bit, but
did
I think
too.
once they start releasing more, it'll. But that's what they're doing. It's you're going to get bored with it probably, and then they're going to release something, then you'll start playing again.
Get right back into it again.
Destiny needs some patches too, because
House of Wolves is coming out.
yeah, but they don't even have a fucking raid.
Yeah.
How are you gonna make a new expansion? Not even have endgame
That's
count?
what
like
everyone's mad
core
about.
Steve,
players
now
are
we
endgame
can't
play.
talk about anything.
It's gonna be good as shit though.
And
I
then
think.
in World of Warcraft, they're gonna make this new thing. And
All right, and
they're not actually doing anything. I wanted to see how isolated we could get this.
Yeah.
Here's the storm is about to come out. It's about to leave beta. It's gonna be neat.
the video of that just looks fucking badass. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's a Warcraft. It's a Blizzard thing.
I know it is. I know
So we got
exactly
people
what it
that
is.
We love Hearthstone. We like Heroes of the Storm, but we can't crack WoW yet.
Nope.
It's just fun to just.
I
mess
bought it
around
once.
with
Now
this.
that I'm
As close
single
as
and
I
lonely,
got.
I might renew my subscription. I can start
Hey.
running you guys through some shit, get you all leveled up.
I try to play with Peter Franzesi.
I can play with Peter Franzesi.
It's Robert.
Oh yeah, Robert.
His name is Robert.
You asshole.
Well, I'm thinking
like
Peter
Peter.
Oh
Griffin.
my God.
Well, he is.
I mean, he is Peter,
He's
but his
Peter.
first name is Robert.
Correction, Robert.
Sorry, Robert. Who knows if he's been busy too
You are right. Sorry,
with shit.
but you know what I meant. So
I know.
I
what
got
you
the
meant.
last name. What if I was just like, oh, the Peter Griffin guy? It's better than that.
That's how a lot of people know
The
him.
Family Guy, right? Coming over there with about 4 of my buddies, get some spatulas. We're gonna slap that ass. I used to be the best hair braider in prison.
They are. Can we please preface or not
We-
preface
No, we
since
don't
it's
need
already
to.
said?
Good night.
We can beat
No.
that ass and then suck on them toes.
I don't even know. It's a viral video that they're watching, and
Go to-
I've watched. It's
Go
very
to,
funny.
Go to
but-
Tony
It's a
Santoni's
viral
Facebook.
video. The kids are seeing it.
John, what's his name? I think his name is like Jerome
Don't worry about
Thug
that.
Love John or something. On
The
YouTube.
book of Jerome and Luke.
What's his online name?
His on that line name is Breaded Chicken.
Okay, there you go.
But his
Just look that
no,
up.
Just look
His
that up.
YouTube name is like Jerome Thug Love
I'm
John
sure you
or
can look
something.
up breaded chicken
Yeah.
player
Something
video.
will come up along the
The
lines of that
funniest,
video.
the funniest fucking thing. He's
All
so
right.
good at trolling.
Check out that
everyone.
video.
All right.
And the
Check
Leroy
it out
Jenkins
next
video.
time.
It's the 10-year anniversary.
Yes, I
Oh,
watched
it
that a few
is.
times. I was like,
I need to watch that.
that got me really excited.
And how about we end it on something
Leroy.
actually necessary?
Not
Necessary. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary,
Leroy
Oh,
Jenkins.
so
It's coming.
it's exciting.
It's very exciting. We
And-
are about a month away from our
Ooh.
1-year anniversary, but that's not the only thing, really. I mean, we got a lot of other really exciting.
some
things
stuff
that
in the
are gonna be
works.
coming up in the works, but
In the works.
Stay tuned.
can't
and
tell
thanks
you about
for,
that yet.
Thanks
We
for
can
staying with
figure
us.
out ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Exactly.
We're still trying to work that out, but we'll get.
but thank you.
See ya.
Stay tuned.
Peace.